record. Okay, now we're recording. So yeah, Super Saturday was this past weekend. The next one, I think, okay, what month are we in? April. I feel like it's in August next. So the next one I highly recommend you go because these events just are extremely powerful. You're surrounded by top coaches. They feed you tons of information, and plus you find out like new stuff going on. So they announced that there's 2 new flavors of Shakeology, which is the vegan cafe latte and vegan vanilla. We have 2 new workouts coming out. Shift Shop is one of them, which looks amazing. What else did I use? I don't know. Tons of good stuff. There's actually a video that I'm going to share to the Can't Stop Won't Stop group, which was the video that they showed us at Super Saturday. But then we also had amazing speakers share with us. So it's just like a super powerful event and a lot of fun. Summit is coming up in July 13th. So again, if there's anyone who wants to go, it's in New Orleans. But let's just talk about struggles. What happened? How were things going this week? What things did you guys run into? Do you have any celebrations or struggles that we need to talk about? Amanda, why don't you go first?
The struggles that I had this week, I was getting sick a lot more this week, which definitely affected how long I was able to actually do the PIO workouts. And then the celebrations is that I that actually happened yesterday. I spoke to one of the people. Oh my God, what happened?
Hello?
Hold on. Oh crap. What did I do?
I don't know.
Well, we can hear you.
Yeah, we can still.
Okay.
Sorry.
Ow.
Okay.
Press the button. One of the celebrations that I was really excited about was one of the people that's in the my accountability group. Actually, she came to me and said that she wanted to try PIO.
Yay.
And so I gave her some information on it, and then I sent her my link, and she was really excited and really serious about it. So I'm, keeping my fingers crossed that she continues.
Awesome. So did you tell her about Beachbody On Demand, or she just wants the PIO DVD?
Actually, I told her about Beachbody On Demand.
Oh, good.
I used your line. I stole it from you, Danielle. The whole Netflix of exercise programs.
I stole that from someone else. So you know what? It's all good.
So yeah, I actually figured out how to speak to somebody about inviting them. So one of my high school mates is going to be part of the Coaching Voices group tonight. So I'm just really excited about that. So another one that I invited, I need to touch base with her today. It's a CrossFit girl, I like to call her, Janine. Yeah. She sounded interested, but she also sounded extremely busy too.
Yeah, which might be, and so
yeah.
If that's the case, like if they sound interested and they can't make the Coaching Voices event, I always say that's totally fine. We're going to have another event coming up in a couple weeks, but I'd love to tell you what I do before then. So like what I would do is I would get them on the phone and I would talk to them about what I do, and I would share my story, and I would share what coaching has done for me and the possibilities it has for them. But in your case, what you could do is say, I'd love to share with you what I do. Why don't we get on the phone with my coach and we can talk about it, and then we can do a 3-way call or something. But I love that, Amanda, because I know that you've stepped out of your comfort zone a lot this week, just reaching out to people. And so it's scary, but you know what? When you're just yourself and you reach out to people, they respond, and they, and it's not going to be a yes every time, but you're putting yourself out there. So I love it. What about you, Linda?
I think really like a celebration is like the two new vegan ones came out, and one of the girls that I've been friends with for a while she had asked me about something about that when I posted my shake one day about like whether or not it had whey and soy, I think were the two things she asked me.
Yeah.
So then I let her know about the two other flavors, and then she asked me to send like the link to buy it because she doesn't want to buy it through her soon to be ex-sister-in-law. I mean, she said something to the effect she'd rather drink pee, which I'm not really sure where that came from, but it was rather entertaining.
Yay, that's good. So is she going to
yeah.
Body on Demand or just Shakeology?
Probably just Shakeology for her right now. But I sent her
Body on Demand is like only $30.
I know.
Amanda, did you know that the All Access Beachbody on Demand with Shakeology is on sale this month?
Yes, I did. I was on the website. Actually, I've been on the online office all week. Like I've literally been sticking to the goals that I sent you about working on the business for at least an hour a day to total up to 6 hours at the end of the week.
That is
so today is actually it's the only day that I did not go online to actually see, and I did see the two new workouts that were coming up, and yeah, they do look really freaking awesome.
Right.
But today I have been highly medicated and in a lot of pain. So, so yeah, I didn't get to go online today.
Okay, but you know what? Like consistency will pay off, and if you're consistent, and it sounds like if your goal is to be consistent for 6 days out of the week, then that's awesome. So Linda, did you have any struggles this week?
I really need to work on balancing. This week's just been hard because like every single night I've been going out to dinner or meeting up with someone just to say goodbyes and stuff like that. So between that and then work and getting everything else done, the inviting has not been as consistent. So I just need to be a little more consistent with that. But my personal development has been consistent for like almost 3 weeks now.
Yay, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, well, good, because I'm mainly going to talk about consistency today. I wanted to bring this up because Nikki, I was talking with her earlier, and she had a doctor's appointment at this time, so she couldn't make the call, but she was curious about her struggle has been, she's been reaching out to people, she's been talking to people, but how does she naturally move the conversation to Beachbody or to fitness? And so she's struggling because she's just starting out. So she's reaching out to people, because they're liking things that she's posting on Facebook, or their family or people that she made on her contact list by using the memory jogger. But she'll reach out to them and say, hey, how are you doing? But then she doesn't know how to move that conversation into fitness or Beachbody related without feeling weird. And so to kind of answer her question, or to kind of guide, because I know that was a big struggle I had at the beginning too. And I'm like, why is this so hard? But I realized that once you are consistently sharing on social media, people know what you're doing, and they ask you. They'll just come straight out and ask you, or say something like, you look fabulous, or you look so happy, or you're working so hard. Like they'll just naturally say something like that, which will then bring it into the conversation. So Nikki, I know she's not on this call, but just if you're sharing, your workouts from the day, and it shouldn't be all Beachbody related, which we'll kind of talk about today, but sharing what you're doing, what you're eating, things like that, and then it will just easily come up in natural conversation. But if you're not sharing on social media, then people just think you're reaching out and saying hi to be nice, which you are. But, we want the conversation. We want to see if they need help. And, the way we can help them is with their health and fitness. So my answer to that would be to consistently post on social media so people know what the heck you're doing. But, and a lot of times when you do reach out to people and it doesn't naturally move to that, then that's okay. You planted a seed, you reached out to someone, and they're probably going to start following you. And hopefully if you're posting consistently on social media, then they'll see what you're doing. But, so I'm going to go into anything else we want to share.
No, I just seen that happen for when I started, like when I posted more consistently. like even if it's just some random person there that I haven't talked to in a while and I reach out, then they'll say, oh, you look like you're really happy, or that you're like doing this or that. And then kind of, it does definitely make it an easier transition, because I get the whole it being weird. Like, hey, I haven't talked to you since high school. 10 years later, how's it going?
Exactly. And, again, as a coach, really our goal is, and if you guys have watched any of those Jesse Regan, like the first day was all about like just being yourself and sharing your story. And that's what you're doing. And when you do that on social media and you're just yourself, then people are going to feel more comfortable saying things like that to you or asking about what you're doing, because you're just being a normal person on social media. So they can relate to you and they feel like they can talk to you just like they would talk to a friend. So, I think that makes such a big difference. So I'm going to go ahead and mute you guys because I am going to kind of go on my spiel here. Okay. So today we're mainly going to focus on consistency, but I want us to think of it in a way that is fun and not like, oh my gosh, I have to do this today. So I heard this quote the other day, and it was from, what was her name? Her name was Audrey, and she is a 9-star diamond. She's a person who's like a rags to riches kind of story. Like she grew up, her family used to live in the Dominican Republic. They came over to the States. Her father, was a self-starter. He opened up this convenience store. And so, her family has just always struggled to, be in America and to make a life for their family and things like that. But, she came across the coaching opportunity and it has just exploded for her because she has this amazing work ethic that she's gotten from her father. So she shared this with us though. And the quote was, treat this like a business and it will pay you like a business. Treat it like a hobby and it will pay you like a hobby. And I don't know many hobbies that really pay you well or pay you at all, so just instilling this mindset that this is your business. Like this is a business that, you can do whatever you want with it. And if you want it to be just like a hobby, then that's totally cool. Like that's totally fine. But, it's going to be very difficult to actually see any rewards or see anything from that if you're just treating it like a hobby. So I wanted to share that with you because I'm kind of in a place in life where, it's kind of scary because I lost my job and come June 1st, I don't have a job. So I'm kind of in the point where I love coaching and this is what fills my heart. This is what makes me so happy. And it's something that I want to do full time, but it's just crazy because I'm in a very similar situation than I was a year ago. A year ago, I was dealing with similar things in the education system where it just wasn't to my values. And so, I left the district I was at, but it's just weird because this time around it feels different. Like I feel stronger. I feel more confident about decisions that I'm making and, where my life is going. Of course I'm upset, but I just feel like I'm able to handle it differently because of what Beachbody has provided for me. And because I've treated this like a business. I mean, this opportunity isn't just about making money. It is about growing into a totally different person. And I can say from experience, from this opportunity, that happened to me. Like I seriously grew into a totally different person who is confident and still growing, So this is something that is just an amazing opportunity that you guys have. Like you have this right now in your hands and you can do anything with this that you want. You can grow this into something where you can quit your full-time job. You can grow this into something where you can pay off all of your student debt. You can grow this into something where you can help people and feel constantly fulfilled. And it's up to you. Like it's up to you on if you want it bad enough, then you'll do it. I go on and on about excuses because I am one that I really truly feel that if I make an excuse, I completely admit it. And excuses just show that you don't want it bad enough, you know? And like yesterday, I didn't get my workout in and I was making excuses all day. And that's because I didn't want it bad enough, but I refocused, you know? So that's what this business is all about too. It's so relatable to our fitness and health journey as well. But we all have a story. We all have a reason why we started this. We all have a reason why we started our health journey. And if you're not sharing that with people, then it's almost like being selfish. So like Linda, I loved you did the branding activity where you wrote a list of things that would be like your brand or who you would attract. And that is so important because this business is not about helping anyone and everyone. It's not. It's about helping people who you can relate to because those are going to be the people that you can really help. Like honestly, and Amanda, you and I were talking about this the other day of like how I attract like a certain kind of woman, you know, to my brand, and how Amanda, you could be better at helping males than I can, you know, and I feel like that is good for you, you know, and I just don't have that. Like I feel like big bulky man I'd have trouble helping. I don't know. But you know, we all have different brands and we all have different things. And like I didn't grow up with brothers, but Amanda, you did. And Linda, so did you. You know, so like you guys are just relatable in a different way than maybe I am. And that's what makes this so unique. And that's what makes you so unique. So if you're not sharing your uniqueness with the world and with the Facebook world, then you're hindering your business. Then you're hindering what you really have to offer because you're freaking awesome. Like I could sit here and I could make a list of things that are awesome about Amanda and a list of things that are awesome about Linda. And you should be showing those things. And you should be sharing those things with people. And it's scary because we're kind of like, I've always kind of been the kind of person that liked to be in my bubble. And I didn't feel like everyone needed to know about me. But this business is about people coming to love you, know you, trust you. And that's when they're going to want to join you. And I know I say this over and over and over again, but guys, opening your heart up on Facebook is the moneymaker, to be totally honest. Like yesterday, I went live on Facebook and I ugly cried my heart out and I told Facebook what was going on in my life, and because I felt like I wasn't being honest on Facebook because I just wasn't feeling like posting all the time, or I wasn't feeling like sharing my workout all the time. So I just wanted to be honest with my followers, and I just said, this is what's going on. You know, I'm upset. This is how I'm coping with it, but I'm gonna be positive about this. And again, if you watched that day one from Jesse Reagan, then you can relate to what they were saying, to just be yourself, share your hardships, share your struggles, you know, share things that you're battling with, and people are going to be so much more relatable to you because who knows who else is battling with those same things. Like Linda, it just makes me think about your move. Okay. I know that you were afraid to put that out because not a lot of people knew about it. Well, now they do. So I'm sure you're scared shitless, but I'm sure you're also like super freaking pumped. So tell the world that, you know, and relay that message to people to share, because I can't tell you how many people have made a big move across, you know, to another state. And so that's something that's so relatable. You don't have to be totally relatable with fitness all the time, because guys, fitness and Beachbody is just a part of our lives. It is not who we are. It is a part of who we are. So that's not what we should just be sharing. Be sharing yourself and opening yourself up and sharing that with people. So if you haven't started watching the Jesse Reagan free 7-day training, I will send it to you, Linda and Amanda. I know you already have it, but anyone else, if you're watching the replay, I will send it to you because it's awesome. And it's all about how you should post on social media, how you can share your story. So it's great, especially for new coaches. But this kind of brings us into the vital behaviors. And we know the vital behaviors are, okay, read your personal development. We hear these vital behaviors all the time. Read your personal development. Be a product of the product. Invite people to join you, and recognize people. Okay, we hear these all the time. Guys, but we hear it all the time for a reason, because the top successful coaches do these vital behaviors consistently. They do them every day. They do them on the days that they don't feel like it. They do them on the days where they just lost their job. You know, I feel like I could pout and be really pissed off about what happened to me. But you know what? This pushes me even more because I am using it to fuel my fire. So if you're not doing these vital behaviors consistently, then you're going to have a hard time moving your business forward. You're going to have a hard time reaching those goals. So you got to put something into place so you can do that. And I know that I've shared with you, and I'm actually going to pull this up really quick. A way to track what you're doing is by using the business activity tracker. And guys, seriously, Beachbody makes it so easy for us. Let me find it. There it is. Okay. Beachbody makes it so easy for us to do this because literally, like, they give us the resources in order to do that. I'm going to share, screen share. Oh, I don't want either of those. Okay. Okay, so this is the business activity tracker, and this is something that will change your business if you actually use it, okay? This is literally tracking the vital behaviors. So if you have trouble making sure to get the vital behaviors in every day, then start tracking. I'm going to be totally honest. I got away from using this business activity tracker. I was just doing my power of fives, but I use this to reflect on what I do each day. And this shows me, did I hit my goal each day? Did I invite as many people as I wanted to? Did I follow up? Did I do personal development? So at the end of each day, I go through this and I go through and I write the numbers for each of these things. So you can like type into this or you can print it off and write on it, whatever you want to do. But this just allows you to decide if you did what you wanted that day. And you know what? It's going to reflect in your results because at the end of each week, you'll look at your results. So just to look at this business activity tracker. Okay, first thing, be proof that the product works. That means drinking your Shakeology and doing your workout every day. Personal development, listening to a podcast, reading. Staying connected. That means listening to the National Wake Up Call, coming on team calls like this, going on Barbie's team calls, doing the Coach Online Office training. You need to be staying connected every single day into what's going on. Social media. This is huge, guys, because I feel like I can't preach this enough. Posting on social media consistently every day, at least 3 posts a day is so important. And these 3 posts can be anything. Like you can share Beachbody stuff. Do that. We want you to. But share yourself as well. Just like I said, speak to people who are attracted to you. Speak to people who are attracted to your brand. So when you're posting, share things that your old self would want to hear. What would you want to hear before you joined Beachbody? What would you want to hear before you started this health journey that would help you decide that you want to do this? So act like you're speaking to your old self when you're posting on social media. You should be adding new contacts every single day, whether that's adding Facebook friends or reaching out to new people. And of course, inviting people to join the challenge groups, inviting people to learn about the business opportunity, and following up. You should also be checking in with your current customers and people on your team if you have coaches. But this is like beautiful. Like when you use this and you know that you have to track yourself and write these numbers in, it is going to give you that motivation. So if you're not tracking somehow, then you need to print this baby out right now and you need to start tracking. So all my people in the Emerald run, that's Linda, Amanda, Liz, print this out because we're going to start sharing these. Today is Thursday, so this is the start of the Beachbody week. So go through today after we get off this call, go look at all these things and mark down what you did in each of these categories for today, okay? Even if it was shitty, I don't care. Even if it's zeros down the line, I don't care. Go in and track. And then tomorrow, do the same exact thing. Do it for the whole entire week because on Wednesday, we're going to share what we did. You're going to send us a picture of this business activity tracker. So make sure you are tracking, okay? All right. So with that being said, okay, what I kind of want you guys to just take away, okay, tracking can be annoying. I totally get it. And it can be something that seems pesty and like an extra step or takes time. But this is what's going to give your business momentum. Guys, it is so important to respect what you're doing here. Okay? It's so important to sit back and just respect this business for what it is and for the opportunities that it can really provide you. And it's so important to respect yourself in this. And if you're not tracking and if you're not pushing your business forward, then are you really respecting yourself? Are you really doing this because why you started, why you signed up? So make sure you're respecting yourself, respecting your business, and respect your momentum. Use this business activity tracker to help you move forward. Okay? I just want to give a huge shout out though. Honestly, Nikki is not on this call, but Nikki is like being a complete badass because she is sending me pictures of conversations she's having with people. And Amanda and Linda, you've actually done this too. But guys, literally what makes my heart so happy is when you guys reach out to me. Like, you're not being annoying, I promise. I might not get back to you right away because I do have an inbox filled with other messages, but I love when you guys reach out to me. Like when Amanda reached out and said, oh my gosh, I reached out to my high school friend. They're going to join the Coaching Voices group. Like, that makes me so happy. I want to celebrate with you, but I also want to help you. So don't feel like you're being annoying. I get excited when you are excited, and I want to help you when you need to be helped. Okay? So reach out to me. But there are tons of resources. Like, if this is something you can find on Google, then Google it. Like, if someone's asking about, an ingredient, or if someone's asking about a certain workout, you can probably Google that and find the answer. But honestly, I'm always here to help. So don't hesitate to reach out to me if you're struggling with something, if you're losing momentum. I'm really good at giving pep talks. So like, give me a call if you feel like you're just not feeling it. I can give you a pep talk. I love giving pep talks. Okay? That's all I had for you today, guys. And I hope you print this business activity tracker out. I hope you start tracking and make a focus for yourself to be consistent. Just like Amanda did. Her goal was to do these things 6 out of 7 days. Make a goal for yourself, because if you don't have small goals along the way, then it's going to be very hard for you to reach those big goals that you have. Okay? I'm going to unmute, and if there's any questions, you can ask. We have 2 minutes to ask questions. Do either of you guys have questions? No? Okay. Well, we have Coaching Voices in about 25 minutes. So what I'm going to do is I actually message all of my people who are in the group, and I say, hey, we're starting in 25 minutes. Can't wait. Blah, blah. I'm actually the first coach that's going live in the group. Woo, woo. So sorry, my dog is right here. She wants to eat. Do you want to eat, Lana? Oh my goodness. So yeah, I'll see you guys in the Coaching Voices group then.
All right. Sounds good.
Guys.
Bye.